There's a lot of bears out there. Don't listen to them. Here are the 5 big reasons the rotation into small and mid caps is just getting started. Hey, I'm Luke Downey going over our latest macro insights from Alec Young. This is a great one. He talked about some of these stats on Bloomberg recently, but let's go ahead and get to this. These are amazing, amazing charts. First things first, small caps benefit most when rates come down. This is probably the coolest chart of what we're going over today. This is looking at the interest coverage ratio. This is for the S&P 500. This is the Russell Mid Cap, and this is the Russell 2000. So basically what this is showing is that small and mid cap earnings, they only cover 1.9 times and 3.9 times their annual interest expenses. So basically, as interest rates come down, it has a bigger pop for these areas, these smaller cap companies. They have more debt. They are going to benefit most. That means earnings are going to soar as interest rates come down relative to the S&P 500. This is why the small cap, mid cap trade is real. You don't want to fight this trend. The other thing you need to know is rates are about to come down. We know the Fed is going to be cutting, right? Check out this chart. It's beautiful. Print it out, put it on the refrigerator, tell your mom. Small caps are most leveraged to lower rates. So here we've got in red, this is the 2-year treasury yield. I'm sure you guys have heard rates are going down, but look at this. Small caps, it's the S&P small cap 600. They pop when yields drop. We know that all next year the Fed is expected to cut rates, probably going to have a few rate cuts by the end of the year. That is going to be a ballast for small cap stocks. This rotation trade has a lot further to go. Let's keep going. You want to know who's going to be leading in the following 12 months? Well, check out where the earnings growth is. Beautiful, easy to understand chart right here. We're looking at small and mid cap profit growth way more than the S&P 500. So this is looking at 2025 consensus EPS growth. The S&P is expected to grow earnings roughly 15%. Compare that to mid caps, it's 18.7%. And then you look at the granddaddy S&P small cap 600, earnings growth of 24.3%. So this is what I was telling you earlier here. When rates come down, you're going to see earnings just catapult higher for smaller caps due to their leverage. We must keep going. Why would people also be rotating into small caps and mid caps? Well, check this out. This is looking at the 12-month forward PE of all of the major baskets of stocks versus the long-term average. You'll notice S&P 500 growth is well above its average PE, so it's expensive. Same thing with the S&P 500 large cap. As you get to the value, small caps, mid caps, and the equal weight, this is where your relative value is. This is that big catch-up trade. This is why the cyclical rotation got legs. It's a beautiful thing, but let's keep going. Look at Map Signal sector ranks. This is telling you where the big money is hiding out right now. They are betting big on financials. We know that they are going to thrive when rates come down. Same thing with industrials. Also seeing these other pockets of areas as rates come down. $6.5 trillion is literally hiding in money markets. People are going to have a rude awakening soon once they realize that they're going to get a 30% haircut on that income. So they're going to be looking for areas that have dividend growth. Utilities and real estate fit the bill just fine. So why do we like small cap 600, mid cap 400 over the large caps based on this setup? Just look at their index sector weights. Here we've got it circled. There is more cyclical sector tilt in the small caps and mid caps relative to the S&P 500. S&P 500 is basically 40% tech, okay? Small cap, mid cap, all these beaten down areas, they're gonna get the love. And that's why we like these areas. Specific stocks are clearly going to outperform the major indexes. That's where we focus for map signals. And last but not least, if you don't believe that their money is flowing into small caps. Just check this out. Since May 1st through July 26th, this is looking at all the inflows and outflows by market cap. You can see right here, 1,861 inflows into stocks below 5 billion market cap. Basically the same number going into stocks below 50 billion market cap. That's 84%. 84% of big money inflows is in the small and mid cap space. Do not miss out. Don't buy into the bear narrative. There's a lot of money to be made. You got to be focused. Focus on great stocks. That is how you win. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you next time.